So this video is to explain a little bit of more of what exactly I am doing with this whole Couchsurfing Euro experience. Basically what happened was that December 31st, 2013, New Year's Eve, I decided to go on a giant European adventure. And for an entire month, I went to explore Europe, and I wanted to explore the people as well. I wanted like locals and really connect in a more than just a basic touristy level. So what I did was I went on Couchsurfing. I figured it out, what it was. I figured out all the places that I wanted to go, and with couchsurfing.org, I made a profile and I signed up for it. I poured my soul into it, and with every request, I literally, was trying to be very, very honest and sincere. And it was experience more than I could ever imagine. And a month exploring. Started off in Warsaw, Poland. Was the first city. That's where I landed, and that was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, through Ryanair. So if you're on Ryanair.com, that has very cheap flights. You could travel Europe on the cheap. It is not very expensive as most people think it's going to be, and you really can do it inexpensively for people who don't make a lot of money. And that's what basically this whole podcast is. Go explore. It doesn't necessarily have to be Europe, but it has to be maybe the world around you. You could explore your neighbors and just say hello and just meet new people and just know that the world is amazing and it's beautiful. So I started off in Warsaw, Poland. I met Joanna, and we sat down, we had a podcast, and then I flew through Ryanair, very cheap. It was like $20, $25 around there. And then I flew to Rome, Italy. And from Rome, Italy, I actually had two hosts, and then I recorded two podcasts there. Then I went to Milan, Italy, which was beautiful, just like Rome. It was just Rome and Milan, where it's like older city versus modern city. It was amazing to see the difference between the two of them. I did not record a podcast in Milan, unfortunately, because it was really hectic and busy, and we lost track of time basically. And then from Milan, I went to Paris, France, where I met Alice. Alice was absolutely amazing, and you'll see by her podcast, and if you listen to the Get Off Milano Geeks podcast, she actually guest starred in it in the last Hostful, which was we definitely nerded out, and it was very entertaining. And Paris, France was absolutely beautiful. The people were so friendly and so kind, and the friends of Alice were just so welcoming, and it was very nice. And then from Paris, France, I actually went to Madrid, Spain, where I met Barbara, literally the greatest person in the world. And she actually came back not too long ago to New York City, and we met up again. And then from Madrid, I went to Palma, Mallorca, which is an island in Spain, or off, Spain, but it's part of Spain. And then it was incredible. I met Deo and I met Sam, and they were absolutely incredible. That podcast specifically is in Spanish. The rest of them are in English. Just the one is in Spanish. It's Palma, Mallorca, because Deo, he only knew Spanish. So I, excuse my Spanish. It's not 100%, but it's the best I got. And it was incredible. So from Palma, Mallorca, then I went to London, England, where I met Richard. And Richard was brilliant and just honestly so kind. And from the bottom of his heart, he just wanted to host people. He has over 600 host people, and it's still growing. It's like the largest in Europe or something like that. And it is impeccable, and just the guy's so amazing and exactly what he's doing, and he's doing it with his belief in the Lord Jesus Christ and stuff like that. So that podcast is very not religious, but it's just a sense of belief and culture, which Couchsurfing, if you have a real open mind to it, it is like that. You have to be open-minded to not just the people, but inside, like their culture, their religion, what they eat. Because in Oslo, Norway, which was next, I met Julia, who I sat down and had a podcast with. She's vegan, so you had to respect people who their eating choices, their religion, what they do on a daily basis. It's an earthy experience, couch surfing. And then after that, I went back to Warsaw, Poland. I made this huge podcast thing about it. I think it's 8 episodes. Absolutely great experience. 8 different cities, 6 different countries, all in 1 month, one little backpack. And I did it on the cheap for couchsurfing.org, and also the help of the people that were there and just really wanted to explore not just my world, but also where I come from. They really wanted to know who I was. Sometimes people are really busy, and sometimes that really can't happen. But if they let you into your home, that means something. And be cautious. There are people out there, like with anything, trying to ruin something that's amazing. So just be careful with what you do and who you talk to, and just make sure it's a legit source. Couchsurfing is amazing, and it is a wonderful tool to use if you want to go explore the world, and explore the world not just by architecture or art, but also the people who walk there, who live there every day. It is an unbelievable experience. If you have any more questions that you want to ask me, please email me at jonobiproductions@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions that I have. But also, if you want to go beyond that, just join couchsurfing.org, not even as a surfer, but also if you want to just host people, or if you just want to like meet other couch surfers. You don't have to host, you don't have to surf, just meet the other people who do that as well. That is my story. Obviously, I'm trying to fit in a whole month in around 10 minutes, so it's pretty difficult, but try it out. Check out the podcast, explore. If not Europe, then just the next state over. Go walk in somewhere at a cafe and meet somebody. Just talk to them. Start up a conversation. Don't be scared to explore the world around you, because this world is beautiful. There are some bad things, but it's mostly generous and kind people. And that is my experience. And it's literally changed my life. And I hope that you too explore and enjoy the rest of your adventures on this crazy planet we call Earth. Thank you very much, you guys. Enjoy the podcast. Leave me a message if you have any comments and whatever. And just listen to the other podcasts too. They're just as nerdy and just as deep. Get Off Money Geeks podcast and Video Game ER. Thank you very much, and have a great night.